Hi, everybody. Welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I'm your host, Gretchen, and today we're going to do a flow that's designed to help build up some energy and maybe release some old energy. In today's practice, we're going to use a blanket. Any kind of throw blanket works. These are just Mexican blankets. A lot of times they're called Mexican yoga blankets. These are great. But if you got a throw blanket at home, it works totally fine. And we're also going to use some blocks. Anything roughly the shape or size of this is going to do well for you. Blocks are readily available. They range anywhere from $5 to $40 depending on the type. They're all wonderful. It's just your preference. But if you don't have any blocks or you don't want to get any, a big, sturdy, heavy book or something like that's going to do you well too. So we're going to start by sitting on our blanket, and we're going to just fold our blanket into kind of just a nice little square. And then we're going to just come to sit down on the blanket. There you go. Now we're going to bring these legs to crisscross applesauce. If your knees aren't really permitting that, you can always extend those legs out if you want to. But whatever type of easy, comfortable seat that will work just fine for you. Sit up nice and tall. Extend all the way up through the crown of your head. Press those shoulders back. Let them settle in. Close your eyes and start to breathe. Take in any sounds that might be around you. Notice that they're there and let them float away on a little cloud. Any thoughts that might pop into your mind, well, you can put those on a little cloud, let them float on by. They'll come back to you later. And bring your attention to your breath, making no changes, just observing as you inhale and exhale. Focus in on the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale. The Ujjayi breath, also known as ocean breath, meant to mimic the sound of the waves as they lap into the shore. In and out. Throughout our practice today, we're going to look for that juicy ache of a good stretch, and we're going to back out of any actual pain. I'll offer you many different options for these postures, but everything I say is a suggestion and not a command. And if there is a way to do a posture that might serve your body better, there is a million ways to do the same thing. So if something feels right for you, take that instead, because this is your practice and I'm just a guide for you. Return to that breath as you inhale and exhale. Big deep breath in. And exhale, roll that chin to your chest. Let that forehead feel so heavy. Big, slow, deep breaths in and out. On your next exhale, roll that right ear over that right shoulder. Let this left shoulder feel so heavy. It may feel good to bring these left fingertips down to the mat. Maybe walk them out, maybe walk them back. Start to point your chin in a couple different directions till you feel that custom neck stretch just for you. And breathe in and out. Invite gravity in to hug you like an old friend. And on that exhale, let that neck just open up a little bit more. One more big breath in. And exhale, release, roll that chin to your chest. Inhale fully and exhale fully. On your next exhale, we're just going to go to the other side. Roll that left ear over that left shoulder. Maybe bring those right fingertips down to the mat, walk them out, maybe walk them back, point that chin in a couple different directions. Find that custom neck stretch just for you. Breathe in and out. Give yourself the same love and kindness that you give so many other people. You deserve to have that too. Give it to yourself today. Breathe in and out. And on your next exhale, release. Roll that chin to your chest. Start to shake your head no, slowly and dramatically. Kind of think of an elephant as he sways his head from side to side. No, I will not criticize my body. No, I will not speak of myself with harsh words. I am loved and I am worthy. Big breath in. Let it go. Return that chin to your chest. Full round of breath. And on that exhale, slowly start to bring that head back up to center. Inhale those arms up, reaching high, maybe looking in between your hands. Exhale, bring this right hand down and this left hand over. Let's make some adjustments to this stretch. Press that left hip in as you reach that left arm out. You can walk these fingers out if you want to deepen that stretch. We can look up, we can look down, whatever serves our neck today. And then bring your attention to those little muscles in between your ribs. Take a big breath in, open up those ribs, and exhale, release. One more big breath in, and exhale, let it go. Inhale fully and completely. Tighten up on these tummy muscles as you draw that body back to center. Exhale. Inhale those arms up. We're just going to the other side. Bring this left hand down and this right hand over. Take a moment and press that left hip or that right hip into the mat as you reach that right arm out, and then bring your attention to those ribs. Take a big breath in and let it go. Inhale fully and completely and release. One more time, full breath in. And on this exhale, tighten these tummy muscles, draw that body back to center. Great job. Inhale those arms up, reaching high, maybe looking up between our hands. Let's bring this right hand to our left knee and bring this left hand right back behind you. Maybe press into the floor. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to lead into this twist with our belly. Big breath in. And belly, shoulders, neck, and head. Find that twist there. For every inhale, make yourself feel nice and tall. And for every exhale, maybe we deepen that twist just a little bit. Visualize that spine, wringing out that old energy, kind of like a wash rag when you twist it. And just breathe and release. One more breath in. And exhale, draw that body back to center. Great job. We're just going to go to the other side. Inhale those arms up. We're going to bring this left hand to our right knee and this right hand back behind you. Press in, make yourself feel nice and tall. We're going to lead into this twist with our belly. Big breath in, and belly, shoulders, neck, and head. For every inhale, make yourself feel nice and tall. And for every exhale, maybe we deepen that twist just a little bit more. Visualize that spine, wringing out that old energy that no longer serves you. You don't need it anymore. You can let go of that now. One more big breath in. And on your exhale, gently release. Draw that body back up to center. Great job. Let's extend our legs out. Nice and wide as is comfortable for you. lean forward here. So you're kind of sitting on the edge of your blanket. If you got a little belly like me, press it towards the middle. That's going to help you kind of open up those hips a little bit more. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to keep our hands on our legs. And as we fold forward, we're going to let our hands slide down our legs. So sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, lean forward. Let those hands slide down your legs as you lower down. Let that heart lower down. And once you feel that edge of a good stretch, maybe you bring your chin to your chest. Maybe you let those shoulders round a little bit. Take a couple of breaths here. Slowly walk those hands back, nice and gentle, nice and easy. We're going to do it one more time. Big, deep breath in. And on that exhale, let those hands slide down your legs as that heart lowers down. Breathe here. Start to walk those hands back nice and slow, nice and easy. Inhale those arms up. Maybe arch that back a little bit and look up. Exhale, fold forward. This time we're going to reach those hands in front of us and let them come down to the floor in front of us. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, maybe that heart can lower down just a little bit more. Maybe we bring our chin to our chest and breathe a little bit here. Give your body permission to let go. Say it to yourself on your own. It's okay. You can let go. And notice as your body starts to release. Start to walk those hands back nice and gentle, nice and easy, nice and slow. Let us bend into this right knee. Draw this right foot in towards your groin. It doesn't have to go all the way in there, just kind of in that general direction. Inhale those arms up, reaching high. We're going to pivot our whole body towards that left extended leg and fold forward here, reaching until we feel a nice edge of a stretch, and then bring those hands wherever they may be. Make those shoulders pull away from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, maybe that heart can lower down just a little bit more. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe we bring our chin to our chest. Breathe into your body. We're going to bring this left hand to the inside of our left ankle. And we're going to take this right hand and start to extend it back behind us. Follow that thumb with your eyes as you twist your body to face behind you. And extend that hand behind you. And then draw that hand up and over to the left. Find a little side body stretch here. Full breath in and let it go. Inhale fully and completely and release. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to center. Great job. So now we're just going to extend that right leg out once again. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold. Let those hearts lower down. Take a big breath in. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. And exhale, maybe those hearts can lower just a little bit more. Take a couple breaths here. Let it go. Gently walk those hands back. Nice and slow, nice and easy. We're just going to work our way to the other side. We're going to bend into that left knee. Draw that left foot in towards your groin. Doesn't have to be all the way in. Extend that right leg out. Wiggle and adjust here so you still feel nice and grounded. If you got a little belly, press that belly in. That's going to open up your hip mobility here. Inhale those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg and fold forward. Bring those hands down wherever they may be. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Take a big breath in and exhale. Let that heart lower down. Bring this right hand to the inside of your right ankle and start to extend this left hand back behind you. Follow that thumb with your gaze as you reach that hand back behind you, and then draw it up and over. Find a little side body stretch here. Breathe. One more breath in. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to center. Great job. We're going to extend both legs one more time. Inhale those arms up. Fold forward. Let that heart lower down. Big deep breaths in. Pull those shoulders from your ears and exhale. Let that heart lower down a little bit more. That could be figuratively in your imagination. Totally counts. The yoga police don't come to your house, so work with what you have and meet yourself where you are. And it's all yoga. We're not here to be Instagram models. We're here to feel better and love ourselves. So give yourself the love you deserve. Start to walk those hands back, nice and gentle, nice and easy. Bend into both of those knees. And then we're just going to come up to our hands and our knees. So we have a blanket here. So if you're like me, sometimes the knees be a little bit crabby. So do yourself a solid and bring the blanket to the mat so you can put your knees on the blankets. So we're going to come up to our knees, just like so. It doesn't really matter which direction you're facing, but we are going to extend that right foot out to the side, just like that. And then we're going to come up on our knees. So we're kind of in this little upside down check mark, right? Now this foot, this heel can either be pointing up, and so the heel is on the base and the toes are pointing up, or you can let that whole foot lay on its side so the blade of your foot is on the outside, like parallel with the outside edge of your mat. Whichever way works just fine. Either, both, mix it up, totally fine. Inhale those arms up. And then exhale, lean towards that extended leg. Maybe this arm comes down to reach down that leg. Find a little side twist here, gate pose. Inhale that body up. Exhale, bring those hands down to the floor. And then sink those hips back. Great job. Take a couple of breaths here. Press into those hands. Come on back up. Walk those hands back. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, lean towards that extended leg. Maybe bring this hand down your thigh if you like. Look up, look down, whatever works. And exhale, come back up. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Find yourself with your hands kind of sort of underneath your shoulders and sink those hips back. Come on back up. Bring that right knee to meet the left. Extend that left foot out. Like I said before, you can have that blade parallel with the back of your short edge of your mat, or you can bring your foot to the heel with the toes pointing up. Walk those hands back. Come on up. Great job. Inhale those arms up. We're going to lean towards that extended leg. Maybe let this left hand come on down. Full breath in. Let it go. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Sink those hips back. Bring your body back up. Walk those hands back. Inhale those arms up. Lean towards that extended leg. Let that left hand come down. Inhale fully and exhale. Draw that body back up. Bring those hands down. Sink those hips back. Inhale and exhale. Come on back up. Come back to your all fours. And I'm just going to pivot so that I'm facing the short edge of my mat, but you can stay exactly where you are, and that's totally fine. Bring these wrists kind of underneath your shoulders and bring these knees kind of underneath your hips. Extend that head towards the wall ahead of you. Extend that tailbone towards the wall behind you. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in and exhale. Inhale, round that spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck that chin, tuck that tailbone. And exhale, let that belly drop. Arch that back, shine that heart forward, maybe even look up. That's your cow pose. Inhale, round that spine towards the ceiling, just like a Halloween cat. Guess what? This is called cat pose. Exhale, let that belly drop. Shine that heart forward, cow pose. Great job. Now come back to that tabletop posture. Keeping these hips nice and high, start to walk these hands forward. Let that heart lower down. Let those forearms come down. Maybe that forehead comes down. Find a puppy pose here. Press into those hands. Slowly, slowly start to walk those hands back. Great job. Great job. Now I'm going to move this blanket out of my way just so it doesn't get tangled up in my feet. I'm not the most graceful person, so I want to honor that and move that blanket out of my way. And then we're going to bring our blocks to the top of our mat. Have them up there for you. Do future you a solid. And then bring this left foot forward. Great job. So we're going to bring our hips so that we are parallel with the front of the mat. Shift those hips down and low. Now do a little safety check here. We want to make sure this knee is not extended over that ankle. So if it is, walk those toes forward a little bit. So we've got blocks here, or they can come right to the mat, and that's okay too. Press into those blocks and sink those hips down and low. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Shine that heart forward. And then maybe we inhale those arms up. Great job. Kneeling warrior. One more breath. And bring those hands down to the mat. We're going to take this left hand and bring it to the inside of our left leg. And we're just going to walk that foot all the way off the mat. Great job. And then we're going to bring these blocks kind of into the center. So from here, we're going to shift those hips down and low. And maybe we can come down to forearms on the blocks, maybe not, and that's okay. Let this left knee splay open. Maybe those toes lift up. Find yourself in a little lizard pose. Take a couple breaths here. Adjust that lizard as you deem fit. Maybe a little blanket under your knee feels good. And then just kind of come out of this. Press into those blocks. Walk those foot back to center. And then we're going to pick up that left hand, bring it to the outside of that left foot. Continue walking that foot to center. And then just bring that left knee back to meet the right. Great job. Come to that tabletop. One cat pose, one cow pose. Back to that tabletop. We're just going to go to the other side. We're going to bring that right foot forward. Great job. Sink those hips down and low. Do a little safety check. Where's our knee? Where's our ankle? Press into those blocks. Shine that heart forward. Sink those hips down and forward. Inhale those arms up. Couple of breaths here. Bring those hands down. Grab a hold of this right block. Bring it to the inside of that right foot. Slowly walk that right foot over to the edge of that mat. Let that knee splay open. Bring those hands back to center. Shift those hips down and forward. Maybe we come down to forearms here, maybe not, and that's okay. My forearms are on blocks, and that counts. Find a little lizard pose here. We're just going to take a couple of breaths. Press into those blocks. Start slowly working that foot back to center. Pick up that block, bring it to the outside of your ankle. Continue walking that foot to center. And then bring that foot back to meet on the other side. Sink those hips down. Spread those knees nice and wide. Walk those hands forward. Find a little child's pose here. One more big breath in. Let it go. Press into those hands. Slowly start to bring that body back up. Nice and gentle, nice and easy. Come back to that tabletop posture. Tuck those toes. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Grip that mat. Big breath in. And press into your hands. Press into your feet. Lift those hips. Find a down dog here. Press that chest towards those thighs. Maybe bend one knee. Maybe straighten one knee. And then walk your way up to the top of the mat. However you want to get there. I like to kind of just walk up there. Fold forward. Maybe a little sway from side to side feels good. Hands on those shins. Make a nice flat back. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend into those knees. Start to press into those feet. Start to round that spine up. Stacking those vertebrae. Pull those palms to face forward. Find your mountain pose, the top of your mat. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands on those shins, make a nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend into those knees, round that spine up towards the ceiling, tucking your chin or tucking your vertebrae, stacking them up. Shine that heart forward. Great job. Great job. Step that right foot forward and bring this left foot way far back, way far back. And we're going to pivot that left foot so that the blade of your left foot is going to be parallel to that short edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and bring your hips parallel with the long edge of your mat. Bend into that front knee and tell that front knee to lean back. Extend those arms straight out from your shoulders and look down that front arm. We've got warrior two here. Great job. And then we're going to bring this front forearm, this right forearm to our thigh and extend this left arm up and over. Find a side body stretch here. Full breath in and exhale. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to your warrior two. Flip that front palm so it's facing up. Reach it up towards the ceiling. Bring this back arm down behind your leg. You can keep that front leg straight or bent. Find a peaceful warrior here. Let it go. Tighten those tummy muscles. Come back to that warrior two. Straighten in that front leg. We're going to kick that left sassy hip out as we reach that right arm forward and then bring it down. We've got blocks right here. So bring it down to a block or the shin or the floor. Find your sturdy base here. And then maybe we can extend that upper arm up towards the ceiling. Or you can bend into that elbow, tuck that hand behind your back, and press that shoulder back, just like you are letting your niece or nephew draw your outline against the wall. You want to be nice and flat. Find your triangle pose here. Take 2 breaths. Bend into that front knee. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that torso back up. Find your warrior two. And then step it up to the top of your mat. Shake it out just a little bit. Okay. And we're just going to go to the other side. Find your mountain pose. Big breath in and let it go. We're going to step this left foot forward and reach this right foot back, way far back. Pivot that back foot so the blade of your foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn those hips so they are parallel to that long edge of your mat. Bend into that front knee. Let that leg lean back. Find your sturdy base for your warrior two. Extend those arms out. Look down that front hand. Great job. Press into those feet. Feel nice and strong and sturdy in your warrior. Bend into this front elbow. Bring that front forearm to your thigh. Extend this back arm up and over. Find a little side body here. Big breath in. Let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to your warrior two. Flip that front palm so it's facing your ceiling. Draw that palm up towards the ceiling. Bring this back arm down by your thigh. That front leg can be straight or bent. Whatever works for you here. Find your peaceful warrior. 2 breaths. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to your warrior two. We want to straighten that front leg. Kick that right sassy hip out. So you reach forward with that right hand and then bring it down to your block or the floor or your shin. Find yourself nice and stable and then extend that right arm up towards the ceiling. Or you can bend into that elbow, tuck that hand around the small of your back and press that shoulder back. Either way, this is your practice. Take a couple breaths here. Bend into that front knee. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up. Find your warrior two. Sink in nice and low. And then step it up to the top of your mat. Shake it out just a little bit. A little shake out never did hurt nobody. You got this. All right, find your way back to the top of your mat. Find that mountain pose. Maybe those feet are really wide apart this time. Maybe they're as wide as your mat. Extend all the way up through the crown of your head. Press those shoulders back. Bring these arms down by your sides and encourage those palms to face forward. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold. Let your body just hang here. Maybe a little sway from side to side, gently bending in one knee and straightening in the other. Bend into those knees. Sink those hips nice and low. Maybe move those hips a little from side to side. Maybe press that pelvis forward. Bring those hands to prayer. And a little garland pose here. And then bring them hands down to the mat. Press into those hands and step those feet back. Find that down dog. Once again, spread your feet nice and wide. Maybe those hands go nice and wide. Press those hips up and back. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Bend one knee and straighten one knee. Lower those knees down. Walk those hands forward. Find a little puppy pose once again. Let that heart lower down as those hands walk forward. Maybe we bring our forehead to the mat. Take a couple breaths here. Press into those hands. Slowly, slowly press yourself up. And then let's come down onto our back. grab a hold of one of your blocks, bring it to the side of your mat so it's there for you, and then lower down here, all the way down. Bend those knees. Bring those arms out to a T. Maybe spread those feet as wide as the mat. Start to sway those knees a little bit from side to side. Slow, deep breaths. Let your body adjust to being on the floor. Return to center. Kind of walk those heels a little bit closer to your hips. Like I said, the yoga police don't come to your house. Nobody's going to walk by with a ruler. Nobody's going to walk by with a protractor. What feels right to you is absolutely right. Press into your feet, lift your hips, grab that block and slide it right underneath your sacrum. Wiggle it around until you feel fully supported. You are worth the time it takes to make yourself feel fully secure here. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, draw those knees to your chest. Inhale, extend those feet towards the ceiling. Maybe bring these hands back behind your knees and then draw those feet a little closer towards your head. We're not looking to fold ourselves in half. And if you are able to, that's totally cool. But we don't have to. We're just looking for this version of waterfall. Maybe extend those arms towards the ceiling. Maybe we roll out our ankles. Maybe we roll out our wrists. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes, flex those feet and press those heels towards the ceiling, and then bend into those knees. Let those feet come all the way down. Take a couple of breaths here. Enjoy this supported bridge pose. If we're very cautious to not fall off our block, maybe we lean those knees a little bit from side to side. If you suffer from like a lot of lower back pain, this might feel amazing. This can absolutely be done without the block. It's a choose your own adventure kind of yoga. Deep, slow breaths. Return to stillness. Press into your feet, lift your hips, grab that block, pull it out from underneath of you. Round that spine down towards the floor, nice and easy, nice and gentle. Walk those feet nice and wide, maybe as wide as the mat, maybe even wider. Let those knees kind of just lean towards each other. Take up some space here. Maybe bring those arms out to a T with those palms facing up. You can absolutely extend your legs if you want to. And take a couple breaths here. Start to visualize roots growing out of you, connecting you to the earth below. Those roots go through the floor, all the way down, down, down into the ground, all the layers of the earth, down, down, further still. Feel connected. start to return to your body. Take a big, deep breath in, sigh it out. If you straightened your legs, you can bend your knees. Sway those knees a little bit from side to side. Slowly but surely start to press yourself up. Join me in your easiest, most comfortable seat. Maybe we sit back on our blankets. Maybe we sit right on the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Extend up through the crown of your head. Press those shoulders back. Let them settle into their little shoulder holsters. Bring those hands to your knees. Maybe those palms face up. Maybe they face down. Close your eyes. Or bring them down to the mat in front of you. Listen to your breath. If your brain starts to stray away, come back to your breath. Listen as you inhale and exhale. Draw these palms together to touch. Taking time to line up all of your fingers. Maybe press those thumbs right up against your heart. Connect to yourself today. And as we give honor to the beautiful culture that gave us yoga, we recite the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel so much better. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and maybe even subscribing to my channel. If you know anybody who's just a little bit nervous to try yoga and wants a safe atmosphere in which to do so, you can't get much safer than your own home. Send them my YouTube channel and share me with all of your friends. And let me know in the comments below what you think, what worked for you, what didn't work for you. And I would love to hear from you guys. But until then, take care of each other. Bye-bye.